very, very high, very tall.
101.
Yeah, 101. Then this is the Chinese restaurant. This is Japanese one. And this is the ballroom. And this is, I think, another Chinese restaurant.
120.
120.
Oh, God. Oh, my ears. Oh, fuck. The ears are popping. We're going like 2 floors a second. Like flying upwards.
I feel weird about this just going up.
Tells you in meters how high you are as well.
200.
300 meters up now.
300.
Oh my god.
350. I cannot hear my own voice anymore.
No.
Oh.
Oh my god.
400.
Wow.
450.
469 meters.
My nose just made a sound. Ni hao. Wait, let's go this way. So, this was a little bit unplanned, but we somehow made it to the 101st floor of this building. Oh, I think you can take this elevator to go to 120.
Yeah.
Let's have a look around up here first. We were not really stopped. We were just asked if he could help us, and we said, "Yeah, we just want to have a look at the view." And you said, "Sure, sure thing." So here we are.
Oh my god!
How crazy is that? You can see the river from here. You can see all of this. You are the skyline, basically. Don't know if you can see it there to the right. Let's walk around. 1 second. I know it says for hotel residents only. I'm not gonna walk that way then. You can see the television tower down here. Remember the TV tower that we are filming, that we filmed before from the promenade down here? It's there on the right now, and it looks so small. Wow. And this is crazy. We went up here without buying any tickets or anything like that. We saw online beforehand that you can also visit, I believe, this tower and the deck by buying a ticket, or you can go up to a Chinese restaurant, and there's also a Japanese restaurant where you can obviously have your food and have a look around from there. I do believe our friend also said that you can just take the elevator from here to the 120th floor and basically do the same there again. On the left side it's for hotel residents only. I don't know. I mean, we are already intrusive, so I don't really want to be more intrusive than necessary. I feel like you kind of have to behave yourself in these types of situations. But now this one's going down. I saw that there was another elevator that said it was going to go up here to the 120th floor. Don't know, do you dare to go more up?
Should we try?
I don't know. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're really not fancy looking enough.
No. I'm literally wearing shorts and a dirty t-shirt and dirty socks, and we haven't done our laundry in a few days. But we want to show you...
Don't tell the people that.
We really want to show you guys an insight into, I guess, the wealthy side of Shanghai. Shanghai is, I believe, the wealthiest like per capita city in China. It has, I believe, like over a crazy amount of 127,000 millionaires and 40 billionaires.
40 billionaires.
So today we're giving you a little bit of an insight into that life, even though we are never going to be able to afford to stay somewhere like this, but we're just cheeky and we kind of work our way into these types of situations.
Yes, we are very much outsiders to that type of a scene, but we, because the weather was a little bit iffy today, and we were also very, very interested just in seeing how easy it is to smuggle your poor behind into the expensive areas. See how easy it is, basically. And so far it has actually not been that difficult. Ni hao, hello. Oh, there's a lot of people up here. Hello. Ni hao. Wow, you have like a cheeky mural here on the side, and everything here has mirrors as well. Lots of mirrors.
Beautiful is this?
It's crazy.
That's gorgeous alone. That wall is worth more than everything I own probably.
The light here is so crazy that I kind of nearly feel like the lens is the lens dirty, or is the light just crazy? 1 second. No, the light is just crazy. Sorry, I'm not used to this expensive type of a light. Oh my god. Oh,
TV tower looks
tiny.
Like it looks really small from here.
Jesus Christ, yeah. It was also funny, I was so focused on filming and talking to you guys that I didn't realize how close I'm standing to the way down, basically. And I don't know, kind of shocked myself for a little bit of a second there, but it's fine. I'm actually not scared of heights at all. Luke, on the other hand, pretty scared of heights. So yeah, that's why this is my part of the video, I want to say. Again, you have the TV tower here, and also the other, I believe there are like three giants or 4 giants or something like that it's called. All of the highest buildings here in Shanghai, they're very, very close to each other, but all of the buildings from here look like dwarfs. And you also have a cool view onto the river with the cargo boats, and here you also have the small passenger boats on the side. You even have the tiny ferry, which is this one here. Wow. This is such a cool experience.
Insane.
And it's also like a cheeky way into not buying a ticket.
Oh, 100%. So you can buy tickets to the observation deck if you want to, but I think they're like around €40 or $40 per person. Or you can do this. This is like a little bit of a cheeky workaround, I think.
This here actually has a Guinness World Record there on the side. It says this is the highest restaurant in a building, and it was given to them in 2022. Actually, the 22nd of February 2022 is when they got
the highest restaurant in a building in the world. How crazy is that?
Did you see the lamp?
Yeah, that's one fancy lamp.
Yeah, and the other people actually just walked in. I don't know if you can just walk around here a little bit. Here you have all of the best dining certificates. I love all of the fancy wines. I'm just kind of walking past them. I just didn't look in their direction at all, so I didn't make myself too noticeable, I hope. Of course I'm very noticeable because I'm talking to myself, or I'm talking to you guys. But yeah, the people weren't really paying attention to me, so I just walked past them. Wow. The buildings here are all very sort of uniform. All of the blocks seem to be like the same uniform type of buildings. It's very interesting. Here on the left side of Shanghai, everything seems like very orderly, very sort of put together, very planned, I want to say. And then on the right side you have a lot of old Shanghai, so this is kind of the way it naturally grew as a city. So it's a little bit more disorganized, of course, a little bit more authentic, a little bit more natural. This is the side that we're staying on. And this here seems to be the new side, more affluent. Even has a little bit of a football pitch here. Some tennis fields on the left side, if you can see that. Pools. Wow. And you can walk all around here. It's so funny how we just sneaked our way into this. I didn't think this was possible at all. It's crazy. I just had a look at the menu, by the way, and this is the price for the afternoon tea for 2 people here. So 175 euro. For a second I was like, oh, why don't we sit down and have a coffee? And then I was like,
absolutely not. You have to be out of your mind.
Okay, let's go to Mishu instead. Pay like, I don't know, 14 yuan or something for 2 teas. Wow, it's a cool situation to be in, though. And there seem to be other people who are doing the exact same. They're on the right, but on the left side I actually saw there's some people having tea. So, don't know how much you wanna walk around and disturb. Wow. It's a really, really nice place. But, yeah.
Not for us.
far out of our league. What do you think how much a wine bottle is? There's some white wines, some red wines, all of the certificates. So this restaurant is actually on 556 meters and 36 centimeters from the look of it. Wow. I feel very poor. All of a sudden. Never felt this poor in my life.
Yeah, absolutely dirt poor right now.
You're wearing your Teletubby t-shirt?
Yeah. Probably the fanciest bathroom or the fanciest toilet area that I've ever seen in my life. You have mouthwash and toiletries, combs, toothpicks. Everything is made out of marble and gold. Crazy. What a mad place indeed. And this mural here is just so decadent looking, it's crazy. Look at the warriors.
I couldn't resist using the hand wash and also the body lotion in the toilet, and it smells very nice. Do you want to smell it?
Sure. Oh, smells rich. And by the way, if you do fancy staying one night, just one night, in the J Hotel, it's going to run you roughly around 670 euro or around 700 US dollars, which will get you the lowest class possible room in this place. That is ridiculous. It's literally crazy. So for a week, if you want to stay a week in Shanghai in this hotel, it's going to run you probably around 3 grand. And that's just accommodation, so keep that in mind. This is on a different level to any hotel that we've even stepped foot in so far. Now, let's go and explore the rest of Pudong, Shanghai, the filthy rich Shanghai, shall we? Hello.
We shall. Everything here, by the way, smells like fresh flowers because
Yeah,
real fresh flowers.
these are all real. How crazy is this? The smell off of them. And here, by the way, look at this. Talk about a grand lobby situation. I feel like we stepped into the Roman Empire. At the same time, there's a techno vibe going on there with the gate. You've got these columns, you've got water, flowers everywhere, lots of natural light. And I have to say, the people were very accommodating and we enjoyed our stay very much. But now it's time to check out.
It was short but sweet stay.
Short-lived. To get to this hotel as well, we got driven in a very beautiful Tesla. I've never even been properly inside of a Tesla like it before. Had a glass roof and we managed to get some pretty amazing views of the three giants here in Shanghai, the beautiful skyscrapers. It's something else. This area is really crazy. We also went on something that's known as the Yunnan Tunnel, which is a tunnel that carries you underneath the Huangpu River. That concept to me is absolutely wild. The fact that we were in the tunnel underneath such a massive and powerful river to get here to the J Hotel. And now we're gonna head around Pudong and see what we can see.
These are the three giants, right? From here you can see them properly.
Yes, these are the three giants right here. So this one right here in the center, I believe, was the first one. This was initially the tallest building in Shanghai at one stage. Then this one popped up, and I believe this went by the name of something along the lines of like the World Trade Center of Shanghai for a while. And now recently, this, the J Hotel, or the Central Tower, I believe, of Shanghai, is now the tallest. Absolutely mind-blowing views. My ears are still not back to normal. I probably won't be able to hear anything for the rest of the day, so forgive us if we're going to be shouting into the camera.
I'm gonna be 100% deaf for the rest of the day. And also, all of the buildings are so high that it actually seems like they're gonna fall on top of you.
Yeah.
From the visual, like the way it looks. I don't know. Crazy experience. Why did nobody stop us?
Yeah. Also, if you're not driving around Shanghai in a Rolls Royce, a Tesla, a Lamborghini, or any of the other fancy cars, you can hop on one of these bikes, of course, for probably a couple cents for an hour. Wow, hey? Have a look at this. So this bridge here connects multiple different parts of Pudong, and the streets makes it very easy to access a lot of the different areas. It also gives you a very nice viewpoint over pretty much all of the important buildings. And can you believe it or not, we were just here, somewhere there. That is crazy. It's unbelievable how much money went in to a lot of these buildings here. And here you have the amazing TV tower, which we were absolutely towering above just there in the central tower. I can't get over the views here. We're very lucky as well because it was a very rainy day this morning up until now, but the sky seems to have somewhat cleared up, so at least we have somewhat of a decent view now, and it's quite clear, and wow, this is gorgeous.
It's crazy how small the TV tower looked from up there, right?
It's
like
nuts.
The TV tower is kind of like the main landmark that is like featured in every single picture of the skyline of Shanghai, as well as we know it sort of in the west. So I don't know, it sort of seems kind of small now. Yeah. That we have been on the high tower. Wow, this is insane.
Oh, it's nuts. And a lot of these buildings, obviously corporate buildings, offices of many different banks, institutions, private corporations and stuff like that as well. This is crazy. There's actually not that many people here. I was expecting it to be absolutely flooded with people here on this bridge because of just how nice the views are around here and the picture opportunities. But hey.
And it's a Sunday as well.
It's a Sunday too, yeah.
But I do believe a lot of people were staying in because of how bad the weather was this morning.
Yeah.
A little bit unpredictable, I suppose.
Yeah. Look how insanely clean everything is here too. I cannot get over the fact that there's roughly around 26.5 million people living in Shanghai, but it's kept so spotless. Like, honestly, have a look just over here, a busy road, beautiful green patches all the way along. They've managed to keep Shanghai quite green and lush as well, even though there's so much intense development. Like 26 million people, that is quite a lot more people than is living in New York City, for example. I've been to New York City myself, and I have to tell you, it's not clean. There's nothing clean about New York City. Also, homelessness, not an issue here. We have not seen homelessness at all. In fact, I probably can give you guys a challenge if you want. If you are visiting Shanghai, I literally challenge you to try and find trash or homelessness in this city of 26 million people. So yeah, pretty wild. It's just crazy to put that into the scale of it and conceptualize it and put it all together, and there you have it. It's right there in front of you. I never expected this when I was thinking of Shanghai. When I initially thought of visiting Shanghai years ago, I was like, wow, Shanghai would be cool to check out. I always kind of envisioned it as being the New York City of the Eastern world, or trying to be maybe something similar. But I think in actuality, it's doing actually a better job of being that sort of mega metropolis. It's not entirely overwhelming as well for a city of the scale that it's on. Like, I had in my mind that we're gonna be full by the time we leave Shanghai, we're going to need like 2 months off from the stress of how much is going on. But that's not the case whatsoever.
In all honesty, if you go to the riverside pier in the evening time, just about sunset time, there are a lot of people there.
Oh yeah.
And it can be a little bit overwhelming, but just kind of walking around during the day, it's really not. It's very nice, because I'm, for example, a person, I tend to be a little bit anxious when there's way too many people around. It's not as bad anymore as it was 10 years ago for me, for example, but I find Shanghai to be less overwhelming than anticipated. I thought it was going to be like a little bit of a panicky type of situation, but it's actually quite relaxed.
Yeah. So if you do have social anxiety, if you're not a big city person, I would still encourage you to actually come and check this place out. It's not that crazy. It's not as intense as you might imagine in your mind. And right now we're going to try and head over here and check these. There's like a garden or a garden area out, a nice big green space. We just have to navigate our way there. I think this actually can carry us.
Yeah, if you just follow the skywalk, I think you can go over to the other side of the road.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's so many lanes to this road that you can't just cross it. There's no traffic light system in this part. You have to use the skywalk, I believe.
How convenient is that? We literally were just over here. We walked up onto this and we can now access pretty much wherever we want without having to deal with the traffic that's going on below us. Fantastic. The only other city that I've ever seen this type of a thing in before where it works as well as this is Bangkok in Thailand. They have a lot of skywalk situations. They also have the Green Mile, which we haven't even seen yet, but it allows you to walk, I believe, between 2 different major parks. And this is a similar type of setup here. Very, very easy and convenient, and it's nice. I imagine, like, if I lived here in Shanghai, I would come out here in the evening times for a run or for a nice walk, and you can probably walk your legs off around the city without being beeped at by cars.
I also think over there on that skywalk is like the main photo op.
Oh yeah.
For you with the TV tower.
Yeah. It's very true.
That's where all of the people are.
Yeah. China loves a good photo opportunity, that's for sure.
Oh, you have to walk into the mall and then go to the right.
Oh, cool. Maybe we can check out the IFC mall as well. Something to have a look at in between. And then we can head towards the gardens, or towards the garden. I don't know if it's plural or not.
Oh yes, the IFC mall in this location seems to be hosting all of the big brands. Alexander McQueen, you have Balenciaga there in the back, Jimmy Choo, Dior, Chanel, anything really that you're looking for, Versace as well.
Everything that we wouldn't look for and everything that we could never possibly afford. No matter how long we make these videos, I don't think we'll be wearing that.
No. Yeah, we're both not necessarily the brand type of people, if you will. We're usually looking for small manufactories for handbags and clothes and something like that, just kind of like your neighborhood mom and pop shops where you can get a good quality for a cheaper price, basically. Ah yeah, so this is the main photo up here. You can already see, you can see how many people are taking pictures. I nearly photobombed somebody there. This seems to be a really cool view and opportunity for a picture with the television tower. It's really very, very nice view here. And everything is, you can see how many people there are. It's really sort of civilized, relatively quiet. Basically no garbage really. Very, very little anyway. And just insane. And there's a lot of different sort of cultures and people from different ethnicities coming together here. So you do see some foreigners, of course, same way as we are foreigners. And then you have lots and lots of Chinese tourists as well. I do think some people are making pictures where it looks like they're holding one of the balls of the television tower. I think that would be a really funny sort of picture. Wow. And this way you have all of the giants of Shanghai. This building here, the one in the front, I was actually saying to Luke, just there. It reminds me a little bit of the Petronas Towers. Of course, this one is only one, and the Petronas Towers in Kuala Lumpur is two. But like the way it's built and the like general architecture looks a little bit similar. Kind of reminds me of it, reminiscent of Malaysia in this point. Wow. Do you see some people are taking pictures where it looks like they're holding the ball of the TV tower?
Oh yeah, it's not a bad idea actually.
It's funny. A little bit narrow, more narrow, higher, narrow, higher. Perfect. Yes, that's the picture. I hope you're proud of yourself.
I'm holding the ball.
You hold the ball.
Hold that ball.
You can let go now.
I'm lifting the tower.
My God.
I don't even need to say much here, guys. Just take it in. Oh, the other white lady has a fancy fan as well. That's cool. Everybody has the fancy fans.
It's a bit humid now that it had rained, so
yeah.
I'm enjoying my fan.
Enjoying the fan life.
The best €2 I ever spent.
I'm your biggest fan.
We have now made it to the Lujia Shui Central Green Health Path. So this is just basically directly beside all of the high buildings. They're just here to the right, but the trees are a little bit in the way right now of seeing them. But this shows you again how beautifully Shanghai incorporates nature into the cityscape. Kind of feel like everywhere in China they're really trying hard to keep a little bit of nature alive and not make it a big concrete jungle, basically. And this is really stunning. You even have a lake here in the front from the looks of it. And wow, now you have a free view onto this side of the buildings, and of course also the giants. I didn't actually realize that one of the giants has a hole in the middle.
Oh,
that looks so cool.
Imagine you had a drone and you could try and go through the gap. I'd end up crashing into someone's hotel room though, probably.
That's what I wanted to say. If we were to try and do that, I'm sure we would just crash our drone into the building and then face a really high penalty of sorts. But wow, my God, this is so nice, no?
Kind of like the central park of Shanghai, I guess, because you have the park slap bang in the center area with all the skyscrapers, and you're also literally in the middle of a park. That's what it feels like anyways.
Yeah.
We've even got like a little bit of a lake situation here too.
I do think though that Central Park is a lot bigger than this one. I didn't see Central Park yet, but
it's larger in scale.
It's large, yeah.
But I think this park is very
serene.
We're in the middle of Shanghai. 26 million people or whatever, and it's like there's no noise.
No noise.
It's completely peaceful.
So
it's
quiet.
Crazy.
And there's as well lots and lots of little fishes here in the lake. This is so beautiful and so peaceful. How do they manage to make it so peaceful? Oh, there's also a larger one here. Kind of looks like a carp or a koi of sorts. Oh. The humidity is really high. Oh my God, I'm starting to sweat a little bit. It's okay though. Kind of walk around and work off all of the calories that we are usually inhaling during the day. These sort of stone structures here are very interesting as well. Kind of look like they were just kept the way nature wanted them to look like, from the looks of it. Very, very beautiful. Sort of have loads of statues here. This one kind of, these statues here look like they're supposed to be tourists of sorts that are looking at the high skyscrapers. Yeah, one of them is even holding a camera, just the way I am holding a camera right now. That's funny. She has like a Kodak or Nikon of sorts. This one here looks like an old camcorder. Let's have a look at what they're looking at. Oh, maybe they were supposed to look at the television tower. Yeah. So cool. You also have the old willow here directly beside the lake. This is a really, really stunning park. If I was to live here, I'm sure I would appreciate this park so much and just come here sort of on a daily basis, maybe in the evening time or something like that. Usually as well, in the majority of China, you have like these aunties that are dancing in the evening time. Maybe they come together here as well in the evening time to dance. That would be funny.
This park, I think, it's unique because it literally gives you that 360 panoramic view over the skyline. I'd say actually this is like an even nicer place to come in the evening when it gets dark.
Yeah.
Because I think everybody in the city floods to the Huangpu riverside where the Bund is. I think if you came here, it might be like a little bit more low-key, and you're actually like buried in the center of all the high-rise buildings. So I'd say it's well lit up and very beautiful. Yeah,
that's true. All of Shanghai, sort of the entire skyline, lights up in the evening time, so you always have a really nice view. Really, regardless of where you're looking, it always looks nice. I don't know how they did it in the city, but somehow they did. And they also have these two angels from the look of it here. Very nice. I think you can literally go for a 2-hour walk on this one skywalk here.
Yeah,
with all
literally.
of the great photo opportunities in the area.
100%. This is crazy how good this is. Oh my god, look at that view as well. The views actually, surprisingly enough, keep getting better the more you walk as well. Look at this. Big roundabout here. And then off in the distance, this here on the left side seems to be some sort of a massive shopping mall or something like that. And you literally have these, like it almost looks like interactive type of, they have like frogs,
like
cats,
3D.
Everything 3D, yeah. It's cool. Wow. So, the other side of the river, that's where we're staying, over there. I guess you could call it the sort of old Shanghai over there on that side. And here you have the gorgeous Huangpu River. Plenty of cargo ships and boat tours and everything else that you can think of is floating on by down the river at the moment. But I think this is the perfect place to sort of put a cap on this sort of, I guess you could say, the filthy rich side of Shanghai. A lot of people are doing very well here. I'm stuttering, sorry. The sun came out, and I have to tell you, from the second it came out, it's the strongest we've felt in terms of heat in the last few days. Thankfully, Shanghai, because we're on the water and because we're close to the coast, it actually hasn't been too bad in terms of heat.
Yeah.
But today, now with the sun coming out, poking its head between the clouds,
after the rain,
it's feeling pretty hot and humid right now.
Very high humidity for sure, but the other cities, sort of Nanjing, Hangzhou and so on, felt a little bit hotter than Shanghai. I feel like Shanghai is a little bit more on the mild side of life. Still hot, but like not crazy hot, if you know what I mean.
100%. But I hope we've given you guys a little bit of a different glimpse into Shanghai. Look at this behind me, the Oriental Pearl, this dome building, I don't even know what it is, and everything else as well. Yeah, Shanghai, it's an interesting city. It's a massive city, and I think you should definitely add it to your list. Like we said before, it is kind of like a beginner entry point, I guess, for a lot of Westerners. There is tons of white people here, so if you are looking for an easy route into China, I think this is your best bet indeed.
Yeah, Shanghai is very foreigner friendly if you compare it to other places that we had visited in China, and for sure kind of like the baby steps of China if you're a foreigner.
Yeah. But we're gonna sign off, guys, for now. My name is Luke.
My name is Naomi.
We are the Two Mad Explorers.
And this is your reminder to keep exploring.
See you guys in the next adventure.
谢谢 for watching.
谢谢.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.